Hey everybody, so I'm back, and I haven't posted anything in a few days because my laptop was broken. Literally right after I finished uploading my last set of videos, however many days ago that was now, my laptop broke and haven't really been able to do anything since. But I have a brand new laptop now that I bought, and we're back in business, ready to go. So, not much has happened since I was gone. Luckily, I didn't miss anything big. So there's, not a whole lot of new stuff to talk about. So I figured let's talk about third jerseys. Because last year there were no third jerseys in the NHL because it was Adidas' first year as the, jersey maker for the league. They just focused on home and away and getting jerseys, for all 31 teams. They didn't have time to look and really spend a lot of time looking at alternate concepts or alternate jerseys for teams to wear. Well, now with your home and away jerseys all set and been in play for a year now, Adidas has had some time to start concepts and look into, getting teams third jerseys. And I am a huge fan of third jerseys. I absolutely love them. It's great to see a team switch it up every once in a while and wear something that they don't wear every single night like they do their normal jerseys. It's just great to see something different, and third jerseys really give the teams a lot of ability and flexibility to get really creative with it and create something that's really, really cool. I really like when third jerseys are different than than their regular jerseys. It's not just changing the logo. You can't keep the same jersey and just slap an alternate logo on it and be like, there's our third jersey. You got to change the jersey all together. Different color scheme, even if it's not a huge change, different shades of your team colors would be really cool. Obviously, alternate logos are cool, or it's a really good opportunity to go back in time and do historical jerseys, retro looks for teams that, maybe their color scheme is completely different now, and you get to go back to what it used to be, maybe 20, 30, even 40 years ago, or, just different shades of the same colors. Like there are certain teams now where, maybe their blue's darker than it was 20 years ago. Well, in your third jersey, you can go back to the lighter blue that you used to use. So I'm a huge fan of third jerseys. I absolutely love them, and I think when they're done right, they are some of the coolest jerseys in hockey. So 3 teams have already had their third jerseys unveiled. Anaheim, Arizona, and Carolina will have third jerseys next year, and we already know what they are. Anaheim, going back to the Mighty Ducks logo, the jersey will be black, however, instead of the purple eggplant color that it was in the late 90s and early 2000s. It's going to be a black jersey, but it has the Mighty Ducks logo on the front and has the same bluish green color, and it's a really cool jersey. I like it a lot, and I think it would have been a little bit cooler to just see them go back to their, early 2000 jerseys, but they're keeping it, a little more connected with the current team by having it be a black-based jersey while also getting in the history of the Mighty Ducks logo and that green color. So Anaheim's jersey is really, really cool. Arizona, they're just going back in time. They're going back to their late 90s jerseys with the, full coyote on the front, and the green and reddish brown color. They're awesome. It's their late 90s jersey, so if you want to see them, you can look that up. They're really cool. And Carolina has a third jersey. Their normal jerseys are pretty much all red. They're red from head to toe with a little bit of black and white trim, and that's it. So for their third jersey, it's all black. It's a black-based jersey with red and white as the trim, and they completely changed their logo. It's now a hockey stick with the hurricane warning flags on the front. The logo's a little odd because it has 2 flags on the stick, which is, I think, a little weird, but I love the color scheme, and I love that it's a big change from their regular jerseys. Going from all red to all black is a pretty significant change, and I think it's good when a team's third jerseys are, noticeably different than their normal, regular, every game jerseys. So those teams already have third jerseys for next year, and we'll get to see them on plenty of occasions, I'm sure. Now, these teams over here are teams that I have ideas for third jerseys, jerseys that I really, really want to see. Some teams, I think there's a lot of things that they can do, but these teams have specific things that I really, really want to see in their third jerseys. And looking at this now, I forgot a team. Just add them in over here on the side, the Buffalo Sabres, because there's something I definitely want them to do. But Calgary Flames, the Calgary Flames third jersey absolutely needs to be their late 80s jerseys when they won the Stanley Cup, where it's all red, and then rather than having the C with the Flames on the front black like they are now, that all needs to be white. It needs to be the white hot Flames jerseys, all red, a lighter shade of red than what they wear now, which is a little bit darker. And get rid of the black, just make it all white and red and white, and with add a yellow stripe in there on the sleeves or on the bottom of the jersey. That's fine, but I really want that white hot C coming back, because those are some of the coolest jerseys in NHL history. Go back and look at the Calgary Flames uniforms from the late 80s, like 1988, 89. Look at those uniforms and tell me that those are not some of the coolest uniforms in NHL history. I absolutely love them, and that needs to be Calgary's third jersey whenever Calgary gets one. Los Angeles Kings, they need to go back to the silver and black of the early 90s. Think of when Wayne Gretzky was on the Los Angeles Kings. That is what their third jersey should be based off of. They're now much more black based, and overall they have much darker jerseys now. I want LA to go back to having black with a lot of silver on it, silver around the bottom, silver on the sleeves. That old early 90s LA Kings silver is such a great color, and they absolutely need to go back to that. Philadelphia, they've worn their main home jerseys being orange for a long time now. Their third jersey should be mainly black, and they had a mainly black jersey in the mid-2000s that they wore, and I would love to see them go back to a design similar to that. Orange and white trim, but mainly black, and I think that would be a really good change. From their now, almost completely orange home jerseys now. And I like when alternate jerseys or third jerseys are, noticeably different than their regular jerseys, and I think that would be a really good switch up. You only wear a third jersey, a few times a year. It's not like you're wearing this every night. This is a jersey that you wear once in a while, and I think that would be a really good switch up every once in a while for the Flyers, is to have a nice dark black home jersey, just for something different than the orange that they've been wearing for really like the last 10 years now. Same thing with the San Jose Sharks. The San Jose Sharks, their jerseys for their main home jerseys are that teal, bluish green color that they've been wearing. They're the Sharks forever. Their third jersey should also be black with that teal and white as stripes and trim and stuff, but it should be a mainly black third jersey, just to change it up from what they wear on a regular basis every night. And I would also like to see San Jose maybe try an alternate logo. They've had the shark biting the stick for, I mean, that's really always been their logo, pretty much. I would love to see them get an alternate logo concept in there and put that on the front of an all-black jersey. That, well, mostly black jersey, black-based jersey. And I think that would be a really good switch up from what they currently are wearing. St. Louis, I would love to see the St. Louis Blues go back to like their 1970s jerseys, lighten the blue a little bit, just blue and yellow. That's it. No other colors. Blue and yellow on the jersey, and lighten the blue a little bit. They wear very dark blue now. That's changed over the years. I'd like to see them go back to like their 70s jerseys with a much lighter blue, much like they did in the last Winter Classic they were in, where those jerseys were basically what I would want their third jerseys to be. Winnipeg should go back to the early 90s jerseys concept with the red, white, and blue, well, mostly blue, then white and red trim. I know that it's not the same franchise. That franchise is now the Arizona Coyotes, but it would be a really good throwback for the Jets and go back to when Winnipeg was the original Winnipeg Jets. And I love Winnipeg's current jerseys. I love what they have now with that dark blue, but lighten the blue, get the red and white in there, and go back to those early 90s Winnipeg Jets jerseys. Look at the jerseys that Teemu Selanne scored 76 goals in his rookie year. That should be your third jersey, basically, for the Winnipeg Jets. Washington Capitals, they're another team that I would love to see go retro. Go back to the early, mid-'80s for the Capitals, and with that red jersey with the Capitals on the front with the hockey stick and then those stars, and just anything back to the 80s for the Capitals would be really, really cool to have as a third jersey. It doesn't change their colors too much, because in recent, the last few years, when Washington has gone back to kind of their retro Capitals jerseys after having, through the late 90s and early, through the mid 2000s, I guess it was, Washington changed things up dramatically. They had a black jersey, they had a blue jersey. They changed their logo a few times. They had a blue jersey with like the Capitol building on the front. Like they did some crazy, different stuff in the 90s and 2000s. But they've since gone back to the mostly red, white, and blue. Anything retro for Washington back to the 80s would be really, really cool, I think. And lastly, the Buffalo Sabres, I forgot them in the original list, but they were one of the main reasons that I wanted to do this video talking about third jerseys. Buffalo's third jersey has got to be the late 90s through mid 2000s, the black jersey with the actual Buffalo head on it. That they have got to bring that back somehow. Listen, after those jerseys, Buffalo went to those awful banana slab blue and yellow jerseys. They wanted to go back to the blue and yellow because that's the original Buffalo Sabres colors. And I was all for that. But the banana slab jersey was disgusting. It's one of the worst jerseys in NHL history as far as I'm concerned. Then they went back to the old original Buffalo Sabres logo with the circle with the buffalo and the swords in it. And that is a really, really cool jersey. I love their jerseys now. I love how it goes back to what they wore in the 70s, and that's fantastic. But their third jersey should go back to those late 90s, early 2000s, black, buffalo head on the front, B on the shoulder. Like, those were such cool jerseys for the time that Buffalo wore them. And it's something totally different than anything else they've done in their history. Completely not blue and yellow. Now it's black and red. And I just think that those jerseys are really, really cool. And what better thing to do for a third jersey than go back to something that was totally different and out of the box as far as the Sabres were concerned. and I think it would be a really good thing to change it up every once in a while. You're in blue every night, then you wear a third jersey on a certain night, and you're back to the early 2000s. The Rob Ray jerseys with the buffalo head on the front, and those are just really, really cool uniforms. So that's what I think about some of the third jerseys around the league, what they should be. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media, check out offthewallhockey.com. All those links are in the description below. Thank you for watching. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks again for watching.